welcome back. Thanks for tuning into another video. So today's video, I'm going to go over what starter fertilizer that I like to use when I do my overseeding or when I did my lawn renovation. It's a very simple, basic starter fertilizer that I like, and it is very simple, and it has one major ingredient that a lot of you guys don't know about, and it's going to help you with a better yard when you're doing your overseeding or your lawn renovation. So let's go over that now. I'm going to take you around the yard. I'm going to show you guys how the yard looks before, because I know this was the first time you guys seen the backyard since I actually did the dethatching. So we're going to go over that, and then I'm going to show you guys the starter fertilizer. So stay tuned. All right, so as you guys can see, this is an up top view of the yard since I did my dethatching about 2 weeks ago. And as you guys can see, it's very spotty, but that's okay because that's what you want. I removed a lot of that dead material, so the yard is actually going to do a lot better this year. If I'd have left all that dead material down, you know, the grass around it would have grew in and popped in very nice, but I would have still had that brown undertone, and some spots like how it is now would have probably been kind of bare and spotty all around those spots. So you want to go ahead and dethatch it and get rid of that dead material now. So now I'm gonna go ahead and throw down some starter fertilizer. I did an overseed about 8 days ago. So yeah, this is 8 days. So the reason why I didn't throw down the starter fertilizer with the grass seed is because you want to give the grass seed a chance to establish itself and start to root and germinate before feeding. Because all you're going to do when you throw down the starter fertilizer, if you throw down starter fertilizer with your grass seed, you're just going to be feeding the existing grass already that's established, and that's going to force a lot of top growth on that existing grass, and you do not want that. You want to give your grass seed a chance to establish and start to root, and then you feed it maybe between the 8 and I'll say about 8 to 12 day mark, depending on what kind of grass seed you're planting. This is a turf type tall fescue yard, so turf type tall fescue yards normally the grass seed starts to germinate around 7 to 14 day mark, and that's also based on optimum weather. My weather has been a little spotty. Some days we get 55 degrees, some nights down to 30, and you know, it's just all over the place. So I got some growth coming in, but it's not growing as fast as I would like. But with grass seed, it's like a hurry up and wait game. Hurry up and plant it down, but you got to wait for it to do its thing. So I'm going to go over the starter fertilizer that I will be using, and that I think you guys also should be using every time you overseed or doing a yard renovation, because it has this one active ingredient that I like, and a lot of people don't know about it. So let's go down, let's take a look at the product. So this is the starter fertilizer that I will be throwing down. This is the only starter fertilizer that I use once I discovered it. This is, as you can see, by Scott's. It's a starter fertilizer plus weed preventer. This is the only product that I've seen on the market that you can get out of a big box store that will allow you to feed the grass and fight off weeds at the same time. For one reason, because it has the same active ingredient that is in tenacity. As you guys can see here, it's called mesotrione. So if you do not have tenacity, and I always recommend tenacity, because I've used tenacity before, but sometimes, you know, some people can't get their hands on tenacity because of the price. It's like $60-something a bottle. I actually seen a new version of the tenacity, same active ingredient, for $45. So that's actually a great deal on that product. But let's get back to this. This is the only starter fertilizer that I use when I'm doing like an overseeding or a new renovation, because like I said, it can fight off weeds at the same time. This is not the same thing as a weed and feed product, so do not just pick up any old weed and feed product and think that you're going to throw down your new grass seed and the weed and feed product to fight off weeds, because that's not going to happen. That product is going to kill and smother out your grass seed along with the weeds. So this is the only one on the market that's in the big box store that I've seen that you can feed your grass and fight off weeds at the same time. And as you can see, crabgrass and dandelions, this is what you really want to fight off the most, is that crabgrass, because once crabgrass get into your lawn, it's very, very tough to get rid of, and you don't want that. You don't want crabgrass, and you do not want nutsedge. Now, with this product, it needs to be watered in, lightly watered in, but you need to apply it on a dry lawn. So that's, a lot of people said that I've seen reviews saying that this product didn't work, but sometimes it's off of human error and not the actual product. So you got to just read your directions, make sure it fits your grass type. And one thing, this is an older bag. I had this bag about a year, and it's actually in a newer bag now, so I'll post it up and let you guys see. And this bag actually runs about maybe between 35 to 40 bucks, I believe, depending on what big box store you go to. I know I seen it at Lowe's, Walmart, and Home Depot. I think actually Walmart, I think Walmart had it the cheapest, maybe by a few dollars. So, but this is the only starter fertilizer that I use. Just make sure you're applying it to a dry lawn, and then you want to lightly water in. Now, if you can get your hands on Tenacity, that's a great thing. But see, with Tenacity, you got to be careful, because when you do Tenacity, you got to throw down your grass seed and spray Tenacity at the same time you're planting that grass seed. Do not allow your grass seed to germinate and then start to germinate and then spray Tenacity, because then the Tenacity is going to kill that grass seed that's germinating. A lot of people do not know that. So when you're using actual Tenacity, you can use this grass seed, put it down, but also spray your Tenacity at the same time. So a lot of people do not know that. Once the grass seeds start to germinate, you can no longer use Tenacity until you actually mow the yard about 3 times to give that grass seed a chance to strengthen. Now with this product, the grass seed could be germinating, and then you could still throw this product down because it's in granule form. So it would not mess with the actual seeds that are germinating. It would just around it, whatever, suppress the weeds around it. So that's just a little info for you guys. If anybody ever used this product, put it down in the comment section and let me know. Wow. All right, so like I said, some of these spots are very, very thin right now. I don't know if we could see some germination somewhere. Some seeds are still sitting, and this is an overseed process. You want the seed right on top of the soil if you can. You know, it'll water in, bury in. I don't know if you guys can see any germination, but I do have a little germination. The camera's just not picking it up right now. Yeah, but just wanted to show you guys. And the most important part of like overseeding or anything of that nature is just keeping the grass seed moist. Make sure, like I said, do not soak the yard. Just lightly mist the yard. Make sure it stays moist about 2 to 3 times a day, depending on your weather conditions. So I know a lot of you guys probably can't overseed right now because of the weather didn't basically break yet, but I'm very, very confident about my forecast ahead. We got some good days coming along, so I went ahead and overseeded last week. And like you can see here, this is a big area right here that a lot of thatch was in this area that got removed. And let's see, yep, so as you guys can see, towards the back of the yard, it's not doing too well with it had a lot of thatch there, so got it removed. But I want you guys to see it now, because in about 2 weeks after I put this starter fertilizer down, I'm gonna get a lot of growth, because now the yard is gonna pop in because it's time to feed. So now you're basically jump starting the yard. So, and the new grass seed, everything is gonna feed nice. And then I got some days that's coming up where Mother Nature's gonna help me with watering. So this is what you want. So I want to show you guys now. This is the before picture, because I'll give it about 2 weeks. This is gonna be popped in, and I'll be out here mowing probably about twice a week at that point. But I just want to give you guys a before look. All right, you guys, so this is how the product looked. It's nothing too crazy. It's your basic Scott's granular formula. Only thing different about Scott's formula than other brands of granulars is Scott's is pretty fine, as you guys can see. They made them very, very small. I actually like them a little bit better because when you use their spreaders and stuff, sometimes if you use the other brands granular formulas, it kind of get jammed up in the spreader. So Scott's kind of was slick and made theirs a little bit smaller, so it goes with their spreaders. So, but it's a basic granular formula. It's nothing too special, and just gonna go ahead and spread it down. Now you want to be careful to not over apply it into certain areas. You just want to walk at a nice steady pace, because you can burn out your lawn with any synthetic granular formula. You do not want to clump it up in one area. If you do, please try to get it up maybe with like some kind of shop vac, because that's the only thing you're really going to get it up with, like some kind of vacuum or shop vac, and water down that area very nice. The formula is a 21-22-4. So as you guys can see here, 21-22-4. So that's what you're going to get out of your basic starter fertilizer. So let me go ahead and spread it down and we can wrap this video up. Alright, so as you guys can see, I finished spreading down my product. I wanted to get it down today. It's getting a little nighttime, but this was like a little evening lawn feeding that I wanted to get done. I got some rain coming up soon, so I didn't want to miss that. But this is how I'm going to jumpstart my lawn. Now, since I put down the starter fertilizer with the weed preventer, the yard is going to start popping in. It's going to get a lot of growth going. And as the temperatures warm up, that's what you want, because you want to be able to feed your yard, start to build their root, get the root development going, and you want to feed the new grass so they can start strengthening up before the summer months. Now, have you guys ever used this Scott's weed preventer that I'm showing you? I know a lot of people haven't. I know I did a video maybe last year about it, and a lot of people had questions about it. So, but this is what I normally use every year once I discovered it. I used to use another fertilizer, off-brand, and I used to just throw it down, and then I used to fight weeds later. But that became a pain because you get your new grass seed going, and then you got weeds like crabgrass, like I said, start to germinate also, and it's like an ongoing battle all year long. So once I discovered this Scott's weed preventer starter fertilizer, I never went back using anything else since. Also with Tenacity, but I didn't spray down Tenacity this time, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use the Scott's weed preventer. So, but have you guys ever used it? Any of you guys that did you get good results? Please put it in the comment section. If you like the video, please hit a like, thumbs up on it. Subscribe to the channel if you want to go along with the journey to see how this backyard is going to pop in, because I'm showing you guys the rough part of the yard, so the results can speak for themselves. I know, you know, a lot of people always want to see how things turn out. You don't want to always just see the good. You want to see the bad with it, so you can become a believer. So if you guys enjoyed that, please subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for the results. This is gonna kick the yard off for this 2022 lawn season, so hope you guys stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I don't want to go on too long, but you get the picture. So take care and stay tuned.